All right, so we're here with Kylie Williams. Kylie has successfully lost over 50 kilos. She's just had abdominal plastic surgery done for skin removal, and we're going to talk a bit about her journey through different stages. So this interview, we're going to be touching on her past, things she's tried, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, Kylie,
yes.
How old are you?
I'm old enough to know better to tell. No, I'm 45. I am 45.
Okay, so when did you first decide to start losing weight? If you can think back, when did you first feel that you needed to lose weight?
Oh, I was about 15.
Okay, and what sort of things did you try back then?
Oh, starving myself. I used to not eat during the week and I would binge on the weekend. Mm-hmm. That didn't go very well. Passed out a couple of times, so that was a bit ugly. I've done these celebrity shakes, all the replacement meal processes. Yep. I've done Jenny Craig. Yep. I've done all sorts of detoxes. I've eaten only apples. I've done the lemon juices and things like that. So you name it, I've done it. The bubblegum diet as well.
The bubblegum diet?
Yes.
I haven't heard of that one. What, did you just eat bubblegum?
Yeah, literally. When you felt hungry, you chewed bubblegum. But as science will tell you, when you chew, your body actually wants to have something in it. Yeah, so I got part of an ulcer from that as well. So Please don't do the bubblegum diet.
Yeah, okay. So all of those things, obviously, did any of them actually work for you?
Well, it felt like they did because I did lose some weight. Mm-hmm. So if you start doing like a 1,200 calorie diet, you lose weight.
Yes.
So as soon as you start going, oh, well, I'm a bit bored of this because it was specific food and you bought, for instance, it was Jenny Craig, let's, call her out.
Yeah.
So it was a 1,200 calorie diet. You bought all the food and what happened, you ate really well, according to their program. As soon as you stopped the program and added anything, you gained weight.
Right.
And literally you go back to where you started and then some.
Okay. So, and how many years did this sort of cycle go on?
Okay, from the age of 15 probably to the age of 35.
Okay.
I think that's when I was really like, I must be on a diet or at all times.
Right. So with these different attempts, what was the lure with them? Why did you decide to try these different things?
The blaring headlines of lose 10 kilos in 2 weeks.
And you believe them?
Absolutely. Yeah. I believe them. Drop 2 dress sizes in X amount of weeks.
Yeah, get summer ready. Yeah,
get summer ready, yeah.
Right, okay. And what about exercise attempts? So you've obviously tried a lot of different food ways.
Yes.
What about exercise? Did you ever...
Oh, gym. I was a gym junkie, membership. Didn't go. I actually...
You were their ideal client. You never used their equipment.
Absolutely. I was the great before photo, and I was told that many a times. I walked into many gyms and they said, you are a great before photo. That's true. I should have called that out when I went there.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I still forked over my money. And they're like, oh my God, you're so heavy and you're so big and you're this. This is great. We can do wonders for you. And then they'd write up some random BS program that I would not do.
Why wouldn't you do it?
Because I was big and I was fat and they told me so. And being judged as well.
You felt judged in the gym?
Absolutely.
Okay. So did any of those programs have anybody there helping you or?
No. Basically, they signed you up and then they walked away. I did go to a gym, which I did. I had a trainer. She was amazing. She was great. But that was around the time that I started getting sick. I've joined many gyms. I've got like cards and cards, so I have proof I was in a gym, damn it.
Okay, so you tried all the different diets because they advertised that you'll get the results and you get the results fast.
Absolutely.
Okay, and is that what you were looking for, the fast results?
Hell yeah! I'm instant gratification. I love it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what everyone wants.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then the gym, obviously, you knew you needed to exercise as well, so you added that in, but just didn't go because you didn't have accountability or...
Absolutely.
And felt judged and all that sort of stuff.
And I wouldn't eat because I worked out that you have to have an exercise and calorie deficit. That's where my brain was. So therefore, if you didn't eat and exercise, you would actually lose weight. Doesn't work.
No.
You actually end up passing out in the gym on the treadmill. But that's another story.
Right. Okay, so you just said as well, you had another trainer, but that was about the time you started getting sick.
That's right.
So let's touch on that quickly.
Sure.
How did you get sick?
Well, mentally, I was in a very, very bad way. So this was about the time that I had my first stroke as well. So for those who are playing at home, I had 3. But they were called non-organic strokes, which was like a basal artery spasm, big artery in the back of your neck, spasms, and then you had the same signs and symptoms of a stroke.
Yeah.
So I had 3 of those because I was really lucky. And so by the 3rd one, I actually ended up in rehab for 2 to 3 weeks, learning to walk, learning to talk, and learning to function.
And what year was this?
So it was 5 years ago, so it was 2014, according to my math.
Yeah, so I was just doing it as well. But yeah, 2014. Yeah. Okay. And mental state then, where were you at with that?
I was suicidal.
Okay.
I was in a really, really dark place. I had PND majorly. I didn't acknowledge that until probably the kids were 5. Yeah. I was suicidal. I didn't want to be here. I thought my family deserved better and things like that. So that was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
Yeah, that is very, very huge. And do you know what weight you were back then?
When I was well and truly over 140 kilo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously the mental state had a lot to do with puppies. Scared me.
Sorry.
So obviously your mental state had a lot to do with like the kids and that sort of stuff, P&D and everything like that. With your attempts at food and dieting and that sort of stuff, how did that affect your mental state?
Oh, it wasn't working, so I'd just eat crap. So, like, I'd go through this process of starving, and then I'd eat shit.
Right.
And then I'd eat shit because I deserved it, because I was a horrible person, and vicious cycle.
So you were abusing yourself with food and punishing yourself with food. You wanted to achieve, but because you failed in your eyes, you kept going.
Yep. So if I ate one Tim Tam, I went, oh my God, I failed, so I ate the whole packet.
Right. Okay. And do you know what? That's actually a very common thing, and I think a lot of people watching could actually relate to that, because a lot of people have that in their mind that one Tim Tam ruins everything.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to wind up this one. We're going to keep it nice and short for you guys. Kylie, what advice would you give to anybody who is on the weight loss merry-go-round, the diet merry-go-round, that they're looking for that diet, that method that gives all the ticks all the boxes and gives them the magic weight loss?
Get off the merry-go-round as fast as you can. Cherish yourself, honour yourself, appreciate yourself by eating nutritious foods. Don't just have apples or bubble gum or whatever. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But cherish yourself. And acknowledge that your body has given you all of these years of life. And appreciate it.
Yeah, show it some respect.
Amen.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, brilliant. Okay, so we're going to wind that one up here. And the second one, if you choose to go on and watch the second interview, we're going to touch on when Kylie sort of joined with Jimmet and how that process has gone for her weight-wise and mentally as well. Ciao, guys.